progress. Okay, well, yes, no, yes, 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 we're making good progress. Um, I'm gonna go with definitely making good progress. Okay, so what I've been working on lately is not is not the sim itself. I'm trying to dress up the field a little bit, right? So I've been trying to make it look a little bit more cool. Um, and I've been running into it some tiny issues, yes, but we're getting there. It's not 100%, but we did get the rosters updated. We got my players loading. I don't have them going onto the field yet or doing anything yet. Um, but it's been good as far as just generally feeling like stuff is happening, right? So that's a good thing. I've been working with Bezzy. Bezzy's actually been pretty helpful in getting some of this graphical stuff laid out. I actually regenerated my field. I didn't like the appearance of my field because what I did was I took the lines off of an image that I saw. I cleared out all the color by trying to do kind of a background removal thing, and it kind of sort of worked. But when I did it, there's all these little blurs, and the lines are fat and fuzzy, and it just didn't look right. And they were made to fit. It was just this one big overlay, but it wasn't right. So I asked Bezzy what I thought would be a solution. Give me some ideas on how I can generate these lines better. Bezzy goes, well, hey, I can do it for you. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's see what that does. And okay, I will say this: it didn't go on without a hitch, but I will say it. In the end, after playing with it and resizing this and that and adjusting and eventually I had to do some manual tweaks of my own because the generator couldn't quite get it. But overall, I'm very happy with what it did do, and and I know for a fact that to do what it did the way it did it, which is the only way I could think of doing it, would have taken me forever to get it right and in line. And but there were some things that were iffy, that I had to make some adjustments myself, and I'll kind of show you those in a moment. Okay, so let's see, setting ball field appearance, and we'll go ahead and update that for now. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I think I can go ahead and show you what I have so far. I'm going to go ahead and take this out because that's not quite working, but that'll probably be enough. All right, so one of the problems, Bezzy did an update recently, and it kind of crashes. It does this, it goes blank. There's nothing there. There's no buttons, no functionality. And the only way I can get it back is to go to Task Manager and find Bezzy, which is that's not how you spell Bezzy, but go here and in the task. Because it doesn't really close. If you close it, it doesn't. It's like stays in memory, and it just keeps coming back blank. But if I go here now and say open Bezzy, it will open and it should work again. I don't know why it keeps crapping out on me. I don't know what's happening, but something's gone wonky. I'm hoping they'll do an update that fixes this. I did reach out to Kevin at Bezzy, these guys are pretty fast to respond to things. So I thought, well, I'll let him know and see what he says. Now, the 23rd is when my Bezzy goes, and because I have Copilot, Claude, and Bezzy, I'm doing back-end stuff and front-end stuff, which is splitting my time up, so I'm not in one thing all the time. Bezzy I usually do when I'm only doing front-end manipulations. I'm tweaking some UI elements. I'm trying to build stuff, trying to get things going to look fine. The latest issue I had was I was I was gonna tell Bezzy that I had some issues with my track generators. I don't want to have it fix that just yet because I actually want to show you this. So if I do that, it might not work. So if I go here, so this is my latest field. I think it looks pretty cool. Yes, I got to fix the text. Oh, it's still auto stopped. It's not supposed to auto stop like that. That is a thing I told it to stop doing, the auto stop. It's a if you don't hit continue, things don't function right. But the thing is, you're supposed to hit continue because I'm going to have other stuff in there, and it's going to show you other things about that matchups. So, but I got it, and the auto stop is after 5 seconds. So I got to get in there and remove that. I'll do it manually. It's not a big deal. So, okay, so it is doing that. All right, so I want to make sure. All right, so you see my players load up in the background. Yeah, I know they're tiny. I haven't figured out how big they should be, but that's about right. I got 22 players. They're taking up roughly 30 yards. They're back side to side. So proportionally, they're about right. It's just really tiny back there because they're really far away. And I want to do some zooming, get a little closer in on this field, but haven't got that. But you can see I've put in a little grass texture, and I've got an emblem in the middle of the field. Got home and away. I can change these values and colors eventually, which I have it set up to do now. I'm not adjusting those yet because I'm not bothering with that yet. I don't even have the logo being updated. But this is another logo that I have for the Vborn Scorn, who is my default team that I'm working with. But I am trying to adjust some of these, like I have this ground texture here, which by the way, I need to edit the, let's take this off. Just looks, I don't know, looks better than the shiny. I don't know why it was shiny, why it's all shiny like that. What do I think of this particular thing? Yeah, it's okay. Kind of lower the tiling on that a little bit. Let's actually go 204. I don't know that it's better, but it's what I got. Anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at with that, and you can I can adjust. Oops. I didn't even know I had something happening. I do have like the the opposite sides kind of working, flopping out the field views. So you can see my guys are all standing on the sidelines ready to get to it. Got the Vborn Scorned. No, the Vborn Scorned are over here, and then these are the Reapers, Titan Reapers. I don't really have any zooming ability on here. And I do have a football sitting in the middle of the field. So the next phase of things will be to create a play with a kickoff, which is the first thing you got to do to get the game going, right? So is to get both players to run onto the field and line up for a kickoff. Am I gonna do the default current day kickoffs? Probably first. I have to do that one first, right? And I'll create other types of kickoffs, but let's get the first one working. Then once we have that, I will start working on the next play. And really what it is I'll be putting in plays just that I make up that have most of the features and functionality of what these players do on the field. And I'll try to make sure I implement at each stage every possible action that happens. So I'll probably try to create plays that have every possible action. This way I can try to get that as quickly as possible. And then I will start adding more plays in, because once all the actions exist, then it's just a matter of moving them around the field and making things respond to the way I want them to, changing the faces of them, how they're faced, where they're looking, and trying to get it to look okay. Now I don't have any animations on my guys yet, so they'll just be sliding around the field. But I'm hoping to get that to run decently smooth. But so yeah, that's kind of where we're at. And let's go ahead and my background field. My background here, I don't care for it. Yeah, I know. I want to put a stadium in here that kind of covers up some of this. This is supposed to be like a jumbotron that's going to show, you know, various things throughout the game. I haven't decided how that's going to work, or if I'm even staying with that thought. I like the idea of the jumbotron. I'm thinking that might even be where my ads show up during. I don't know what you can do with ads. I feel like ads have to take up a full page. I've never seen an ad on a Android app that doesn't take up the whole page. So that might be kind of dreaming. I was hoping to maybe put it inside of a jumbotron and then let it sit there as kind of like the advertisement for the game, while allowing the game to continue that's running, and you just kind of see the ads. I don't know if that's allowed or if that's, you know, functionally possible, but it'd be kind of cool if it was. You know, I have to figure out how to. The thing is about those ads is they have to be clickable, right? So the user has to be able to click on them and go buy the thing, because that's what the whole point of the ads are. They want you to go, ooh, that's cool. Let's go buy the game. Or the app, or whatever the heck it is that they're advertising. But I'm hoping I can do it in a jumbotron. We will see how that works. I don't know that I've ever seen a game that puts the ad into the game, so that would be interesting. Anyhow, so that's kind of what my plan is for that. Oh, what I also want to do here, now that I'm running, let's go to my YouTube updater and get that changed. So I can't really, if Kevin from Bezzy stops by, he has stopped by for my live streaming every now and then, and asked me, you know, to demo a problem that I'm having. Problem is, I can't really demo this problem because it just happens. In fact, a lot of times I'll just turn my head and it's just gone. This Bezzy will just be gone, and I'm like, okay, why? What happened there? Let's go ahead. I gotta fix. Let's go ahead and put a command in here. Well, yeah. Let's stay on task again. All right, let's go here. We'll go Control Shift V. Start this guy up. I'm sure there's. I don't know if there's a faster way. I haven't really got. This works for me. It's probably not the most. It's fairly direct for running this. What happened? App's not starting. What's going on? Did something not start right? Use host to expose. Huh. Weird. Well, I closed it and it tried it again and it reopened, so I don't know what happened. What was the nonsense that I was encountering? I don't know. So we'll go back here. Continue. Continue. I don't know why that. I don't have all the same questions all the time. This only happens on occasion. I probably have to change it. Maybe I have a type state, you know, like it's not production or something, and it's just confirming. So I got 188 subscribers. I need to get to 200. Come on, people. Let's push me over that next thing, I gotta start working on 300. All right. Hopefully, once this game is a little further along, let's go edit. Let's get rid of all this stuff. And we will put in I went and ran this morning, got myself about 10 miles in, which was me training for my annual Thanksgiving Day half marathon that I always run, even though it's not like an official thing. It's just my thing. So I've been doing it for 10 years. And I would like to. I was hoping this year to beat my best time, which was like 2 years ago out of the 10 years. Was it 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago. Wow. So, but I've been kind of bad on my running lately, so it might not, it may not happen. I mean, I got decent time today. I ran 10 miles. I was averaging 8.5, but I think I need to beat my time. I think I need to average close to 8. And although I felt like there were times, and okay, so to be fair, I actually stopped a couple of times today, not because I was tired, but one, I was stopping to drink. I don't normally do that. I'll pull it out and I'll run while I'm drinking, but today I did. My phone, at least twice, the headphones died once, and I was like, wow. My hands were cold, and I was like, I can't do this while running, so I stopped and dug it out of my pack and tried to got it fixed, and that took some time. I did move. I was walking, but it was slow. And then between that and the drinks and everything else that I was doing, like I said, my phone made me pull it out twice, and that was quite a bit of a thing when your hands are cold. You're not I didn't want to drop my phone, so I'm like trying to be very careful on making that happen, and getting it out without dropping it. So I know, excuses for a bad run. Probably not door dashing today. Normally I would leave by now, but I need to get some work done, and my wife and I are going to go out for a little bit this afternoon. So I wanted to just kind of focus. So we're going to do that. All right. So anyway, current issues. I'm trying to put a track around my field. You're like, is that important? Yes. If I'm going to be staring at this for the next 2 to 3 months, I don't want to feel like, I'm one of those people who gets a little OCD about things that are annoying me. Like, I don't know how long I'll be able to stand this stuff in the background. Like, I don't know. There comes a point where I'm going to go, what can I do to fix that? Because I can't stand looking at messiness. All right, so a few issues in the generation. One, it needs to be turned 90 degrees. The straights are on the ends. Field, the curves on the side. 2, 2, 2. Let's change this. I'm going to do 1, 2. 2. The curves are super tiny. They look to be about. Did I not know how to spell straight? Oh, there's an R missing. about 10 yards wide. And they are positioned about 200 yards from the field on either side. 3. The curves, or the straights, are gigantic. Probably about 200 yards long and 40 yards wide. They are positioned about 100 yards from the ends of the field. But, well, why don't you connect? What do you mean? Then connect. Oh, was it? Wait, what? Oh, never mind. Let's try it again. I had it paused. That was my own bad. That was nothing. But yeah, so Bezi will do its thing a couple times, and then I'll go and tweak something, and this screen goes black. It's funny how it blames the ground scale, but the ground scale is bigger than the field, but it's only bigger by a little bit. It's only like, it sticks out like a proportional amount all the way around the field because it's meant to be like the extra area outside the field. I think it's weird that it blames that because this is outside of that. I can actually show you if I go down to my, well, I have to generate it again. Let's see how close it is this time. All right, clear and regenerate with these eyes. Okay, so I don't need to clear because I've already gotten rid of it. So we're going to go to my ground. Let this recompile. It's kind of cool. Bezi's pretty good at anything that can be logically structured. It's pretty good at generating it, but keep in mind, it's terrible at math. So you start telling it something's too big or too small, and it goes, oh yeah, the scale is weird, let me adjust. And it's like, you could go from super tiny to gargantuan. I'm like, do you not know the middle areas? It's like, it's like you have to like, just give me some dials, some settings here, and I'll tweak it, because you don't seem to understand. It's like one of the examples is the grass on my field. I put some grass textures in, and I put it in manually, but I was trying to say, well, how can I make it not look so bloated, and which value am I changing here, because I didn't know. And it said change the tile size. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And it says try doing, instead of 1, because it was set to 1, you know, the basic tile size around, set it to 15 on X and Y, or 50, or, you know, just 50-50, or 15-50, 25-25, 50-50. And what I did is I didn't even read the part where it said 15-15, 25-25. And I just stuck in 2, which shrank it down pretty good, but not enough. 3, 4. I got it down to where I wanted with a 3. 3, 3. If I had gone to 15-15, my grass would have turned into these. It would have just looked like green dots. I mean, it would have shrank down and been, but it wouldn't have looked like grass. It would have just looked like nothing. I mean, I don't think it would have had any real texture at all. It would have looked speckled maybe. But yeah, it was kind of weird. All right, so let's turn off the football sim. I don't need this. And we need to go back over to the football field. And I need to go back over here. Okay. So this is my ground area that I'm putting this you know, well, the lines are really weird at this distance. Oh, it's because we're getting some Z fighting, which is not great. Let's go here. Do I need to drop this further? Let's go. Still getting a fair amount of Z fighting. Why are we getting Z fighting? Should not be getting that. Why is that not working? What's conflicting here? Oh, I'm changing the Y position. I thought the Y position was the up and down position. Okay. Why? Huh? Weird. Is that because I'm using the that's weird. Okay, so we'll just try no, because if that's the case, that means this is going to move it way over that way. So that's not it. So it's the Z position that I want to change here. -0.1. 100. Okay, wait a minute. Why are Z and Y moving up and down? All right, I'm confused. That shouldn't be happening. Well, there's no Z fighting at close up, so maybe I'm not having Z fighting like I thought. It's just, maybe it's just the result of being far away. And maybe that's it. All right. I will never be that far away in practice, so we won't worry about that. Let's generate track. It looks to have done better at making it smaller and it's facing the right way, but you can see now it's in the center of the field. So I got my 100-yard straights. They're taking up 10 yards. And I don't know where the curves went. Oh, they're there. How did I not see those? Oh, they're super, super, super tiny, I guess. Oh, look at that. They are there. Look at that. It goes right there. Curve. Tiny little curve. But it's under the line, too. So that's, yeah, that's not going to work. It's kind of weird. I got these, like, red lines on my grass. I don't know what those are. It's probably somehow the field showing through. I don't know. I don't know why my mud is showing through. It's my ground stadium still not. Position -0.01. I don't need 0.01. Let's just go 0.1. Let's see. Okay, that's better. I'm not getting those weird red lines anymore. Still doesn't really solve the stadium track problem, though. Okay. height offset, track material, segments, straight line. All right, I'm gonna have it add the scaling values. Can you add scaling values to the generation component? I can't edit them. No, all the parts are super tiny. Is this something at the scale to field? I created this function. Field function can help with. All right, so I'm gonna have the AI give me some scaling value. I mean, I can go into this code. Just double click on this. I'm not. Thing is, I'm gonna dump a lot of these generators once they exist. Once they've done their job, I will probably dump them. It just the reason I ask it to give me the scaling factors is because I don't want to step through all of its code because it's garbage code. I'm going to get rid of it. I mean, it's not garbage in what it's doing for me, but all of its attempt at math don't. And I had it create a scale to field function that's supposed to help with, scaling items, but I don't know. I just feel like it's having trouble with this. Now, I'm pretty sure, where is it? Okay, I thought we created a helper function called scale to field. Where'd it go? All right. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out where. Okay. One of the things they don't have is a search, so it's hard to find things. That's one of the things Bezzy needs. It needs a search, so you can search through these things here, these threads, and find your conversation. And you can't widen this either, so I can't. It's hard for me to. Why can't I adjust this bar here? All right, Bezzy folks. Things to fix. Make this wider. Make this adjustable so I can see my things here. I can't even see my threads. I don't know. Positioning, game settings, configurable slider stuff. See, and then this isn't widable either. All you have is a little bit of text. You can't read anything. Manage sim type button, fixing button highlights. Managing sim type panel, game settings, null reference exception. Okay, so we need a search. Bezzy, come on guys, I know you're working on this stuff. We need a search and an ability to widen this panel so that we can read, or even make this wide. Why does this have to be tiny like this? Why can't it be, you know, make it default to, I don't know, 80% of this, or, you know, make it default to at least the width of your document here. So if you've got the width here at, you know, 300 pixels or 500 pixels, this should be 500 pixels so that when you click on it, it can give you a decent amount of what you're reading. I think this should be bigger. That's just me, man. Roster data overlay mesh. Okay, so this is the thing I was working on yesterday and the day before and everything in between. Stadium track generator. Track generator. And you can't even search this, huh? Nope. And it's gone. Yep, it's all gone. And now I can't do anything. Hello? I don't know, scale. You can't, everything doesn't exist. You can't, there's nothing, the whole screen's blank, you have nothing. Yeah, it's like, no, there's nothing here, man. I don't know what you're looking for. What do you mean there's nothing here? Bezzy! Bezzy! What are you doing, man? Where's all my code? Bezzy clears out again. Okay, well, I gotta say, Bezzy's been problematic these last few days. The last update really kind of tweaked me. All right, well, I'm gonna. I guess that's one way that I'm not gonna hit my limit. I'll have to go work on this through some other means. I thought I created some kind of code for a helper function that was supposed to integrate dimensions based on the field size. And I don't know what the heck happened to it. I told it to create it. It said, okay, let me create this function. And supposedly it integrated it and did that. But alas, it seems to be missing. All right, so let's go back over to my ground here. And we'll say clear track and generate track again. It did give me my manual scale. All right, let's see, what do we got here? Hey, at least it's in the general area. So we're getting closer. I still don't know where the heck my curves are. It's like these curves aren't running on the same scale. Oh, there it is. They're in the middle of the field. It's right there. Okay, well, you know, we're not quite, I don't know what the heck is going on with you, Bezzy. Some days, Bezzy, you're good. Other days, you're kind of, link your Unity project, install the Unity plugin. Got it. They need, sorry, I'm getting, my shoulder's really unhappy campering. All right, what time is it? Oh, it's 11:50. So I got about I got a little time, but wow. Oh. You might say, well, then stop slouching so much. I'm like, stop bugging me. Stop teasing me. All right. So I think the issue was that on the that they were supposed that the function that was created. Not. I'm tempted to go look for it. All right. I don't know what's going on, but and can I adjust this? Straight length. The length. These are perfect in length. Curve radius should be 100 also, right? I mean, isn't that how fields work? And okay, but what is the deal with that? I don't even know what's going on there. That's not even. What the heck is that? Yeah, I don't know what that is, man. I don't even know what is this thing. Oh, I know what that's the that's the 2-point conversion line. It's nothing. But my curve here is totally wonky. And so even though they're at the right size, they're I don't know what the heck are curve segments. And it's also, it doesn't even look to be facing the right way. All right, I don't know what's going on with that, but that is, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know how to correct that. I wouldn't even know. What if I rotate that? All right, so let's rotate that 90 degrees. Okay. I don't even. Would Busy know what this is? Curves need to be rotated 90 degrees in opposite directions. As they appear to be facing the wrong. direction. 2, curves look like McDonald's arches, not like a single curve. Curve 3. Curves are not in scale with the straights. Straights are currently perfect in scale. Don't change their scale at all. But they are not correctly offset from the sidelines. Give me a setting to change the straights sideline offset. That is distance from the football field. Why does it do that? It is connected. Okay. Getting this weird look. Bezzy says I'm not connected, even though it's got the little green dot, says I'm connected. Okay, that worked. Whatever I just did worked. Let's see if it's able to. I prefer when it stops trying to figure out the math. it just says here's all the dimension settings, here's the rotations, you decide how that's going to go, because it's bad at scaling. And it says, all right, just give me the parts that decide the scale, and I will adjust those parts, because then I can visually see what's happening, and then it's easy to know, you know. But all it's doing is giving me, like, how long is the straight? Well, it's 100 units, which is 100 yards, which right now is perfect because it's actually the length it's supposed to be for the field. Honestly, though, I would expect the 100 yards. Oh, you know what? The scale might actually be off still, because if I look at this, and these are my stadium track here. Oh, straights. Where'd it go? Where are my straights? Oh, they're still out here. Okay, so is that correct? Yeah, I guess they are actually correct. So they're 100 yards. Now they're way off from the field. They need to be like way up here. And then that should be about 100 yards, because arch on the I don't know how big a segment is. So when it says 32 segments, 16 segments, I don't know what the heck that is. So that's kind of a weird thing. It says curve segments 32. What is that? The curve? What does that mean? All right, let's see if we're any closer. Let's go ahead and say clear track and generate track. All right, so I expected clear track. Oh, it is. Nope, it's still super duper tiny. Yeah, it's way down here, and they're totally broken still. They're still rotated wrong. What the right, left curve? Nope, they're still rotated wrong. Is that something I can control? Did he give me a rotation factor? Curve quality. Is there a? Oh, we have a. Okay, so that's not going to work because there's compile errors. So in other words, it didn't change anything. Let's go look at. So I have this football field thing here, and this has its own line generator, and it struggled big time to figure out the scaling of numbers and stuff. And I told it, once we got it all figured out, get scale factor. Oh, okay, so that's what it's called. The get scale factor, I told it to create that once we knew the whole process. This way everything kind of matches. So when I need something to scale, and when I want to say 100 yards, it scales to 100 yards because it knows what those percentages in math and all that garbage is. And I apparently didn't remember the function name. It's interesting though that my search down here didn't find it. Oh, maybe I had whole word. I might have had whole word. Find and replace. Yeah, as match whole word. That was the problem. All right, so I had to refactor and apply the scale settings. Now, at least this way, I can know that it's common on how it's scaling. It's still got a problem. I mean, my straights are perfect sized and they're totally way a million miles away, and my curves are microscopic. So they're like, I don't know, they appear to be less than what, 2 yards wide. That's pretty. They're less than a yard in total diameter, or is it radius? I guess a curve has a radius. Diameters. I guess a curve can have a diameter too, because it only goes half. It's a half a diameter. But half. I mean, I guess a diameter is just the distance around, whether that be halfway or a full circle, I suppose. But the radius is only a half of the distance across. So, what is the? No. Okay. So the diameter is the distance around. The radius is the half the distance from center to the outside. I guess it's just width. Huh. It just cuts all the way across. Ooh. Pretty chocolatey there. All right, let's go ahead and clear the track and see where we're at. Let's see if anything helped, because it's really having troubles with this scaling. Let's try it again. Oh wait, we've got something. All right, so our lines are still perfect. So our arches are still messed up. Where the heck are the arches? Do not see arches. I mean, they're perfect in size. I'm not worried about size, honestly. I'm about. Oh, they're still. I don't even know what that is. What the heck is going on with that curve? Now it's like super tiny in width. Well, at least they're facing the right way now. I guess that's something. Why am I doing this with the zoom on? All right, so the curves are facing the right direction now. That's good. All right, let's see if I can do something with these curves. Let's see if I could just change them. They're still double archy. So that's not great. And I don't know what's causing that. So that's probably not something I can edit myself. Curve is double arch. And microscopic. The total width of this arch, of this curve, both arches combine to less than a yard. So it's like I don't even know. I don't even know how to. It's like if it was close, I could maybe go and tweak it some, you know, like adjust the dimensions of this. But I don't even know what value would change that, right? I mean, is it scale? Is that what I want to adjust? The scale? I'm curious. What happens if I go in here and change the scale? Let's just say 6. Oh, see, now we're getting closer. How about 6D? Because we're way big. All right, 60 is not bad. That actually looks pretty good. I mean, as far as where it's at. So let's try, what happens if I go full 60 here? Ew, no, oh, that's weird how that split it up. Or do we have another arch somewhere? No, we don't. So that didn't do anything. How about, here. Ooh, that's big. I don't want to go 60. 6 is close. Probably a bit much. Let's go 4. Now I just got to figure out how to add some thickness to it. How would I add thickness to this? It's not rotation. It's not position. Maybe it is position. No, that's going to move it to and from the... it's going to move it the way I don't want to go. So if that's 60 and Y didn't do anything, oh, Y does make it a little bigger. It's not consistently bigger though, as in, I don't know. See, and then we go way offset for some reason. Oh, it's like sometimes these lines overlap, but sometimes they don't. I set it at 0, but how do I make it thicker? Track surface. How do I make... I don't know. I don't think that's going to do anything. Yeah, that just moves it. But why are we so skinny? Yeah, I don't know. Let's go see what it did to try to fix my my problem. Okay, so if it did anything, it's not micro. Or is it? Is that it? Is it? Oh no, that's my font symbol. Oh, it is. It's just right there. Okay. Well, I don't know what it's doing. That's... let's change this. Let's see if I can stretch this back out. 60. Oh, whoa. Okay, 6. I don't know what the... Oh, I'm sorry. That's supposed to be 6. At least I thought it was. Well, that's worse. It's like gigantic now. Oh, it got way big there. But again, what if I just bring this down here? Let's just do this the hard. Let's just do this the manual way. Well, really, I should have it over here, right? Put it right there. And I don't know how, that's about wait, and then we'll take that one. Why is that not visible? That's another thing. Is it? We got a Y scale. So these guys, the question is, why are these not visible? Is it because we have, nope. What if I bring those up a little bit? Nope. 10? Nope. I'm telling you, man, I don't know. I don't know what the heck is it going on. Don't know what it's doing. Okay. What is this? 1 and 1 is way too big. But how do I make the mesh thicker? And it does appear to have a color, so its issue is definitely that it needs to be higher. There we go. I don't know if I like it having to be at 3 to be visible. What is my ground at? My ground is down at -1. How come that had to be at 3? It's weird. Ground is at -0.1. That means if my stadium track is at 0.1, I don't understand why this can't be 0.1. Oh, is it probably because it's in the ground? So it's in relation to the parent? Huh. That's really weird. I don't know. Is there something to do with my Unity? Unity! Unity! I don't like you! You're just not my friend! It's kind of funny, my circle of selection is this tiny little thing here. Where's that? How come I can't size it? All right, well, I guess I have to manually size this, so. And we will have to set you something higher, I guess. I don't know why I have to set that so high. It kind of bugs me. It's like, why does it have to be 3? And how do I make my track wider? I don't know that either. I mean, it could be that I'm building it with too many segments. How big is a segment for the curve? I have no idea what 32 versus 16 versus 48 would be. Also, how do I make the curve thicker? It is currently way thicker, way thinner than the straights. Ah, great questions. Better tool tips. So looks like I can adjust my track scale on my own. All right, so let's go say sideline offset, which is obviously way not. Wow, that's, oh, let's go -5. Let's see what happens if I do that. Oh, it's offside. It's offsetting. It's offsetting from the center of the field, not the sidelines. I don't have any idea what it's doing, to be honest. It's just there you go. It's closer. It's gonna do something like a. I want it to be a little further away, so we'll go 30. Oh, that's definitely better. How far away from the field? I think it's probably more than I'm doing. That's my thought. I mean, if I can think about the football field on a, it's probably a little further off. Let's move it out a little further. Let's go 34. I don't know. That looks a little better. I feel like the track should be a little offset from the field, right? And then now, I guess there's also the question of what am I going for? I'm not going for a college stadium, but I think, don't actual football stadiums football stadiums also have tracks? I mean, players want to run the track, right? Let's see. Let it run again. Length of the straight, curve radius. Radius of the curve ends in yards. The radius of the curved end in yards. So the radius is only. All right, so wait a minute. Oh, it's the circumference that goes around. The diameter cuts across. So if the curved radius is. All right, so this should be 50. I don't think that's going to fix my problem. It's going to make my curve smaller, not bigger. And I still don't have. It's still got this curves are just totally wonky. Ugh, look at that mess. Look at how tiny that is compared to the 2-yard line. That is just terrible. I don't even know what the heck. I don't know what it's thinking to scale this, but it just doesn't have it right. the curve is still only about 6 inches wide, even with radius, which is radius set to 50, which should make a curve. I mean, obviously, it's got the straights good. So what was I? Scale, get scale factor. Are you using the get scale factor function curve logic? Because the straights are perfect. I've been okay with the straights. I just think that all I need to do is get my curves to be proportional. I don't know why. I don't know what. As I said, the AI is not good at math, and if it wasn't doing a weird thing which I don't understand fully, and that is, it's creating these Unity generator function code. It's kind of throwing me off. Hey Karama, how you doing? And it's throwing me off to the point where I'm not totally sure what it's doing. And then all of these generators that it's using, which by the way are pretty cool because it puts all the code I need in place. I just don't fully understand the logic and how it's doing it. So I'm allowing it to create these generators, but I'm going to end up dumping them. Once I get all my things in place the way I like them, I'm probably going to just get rid of all of the generators. Because, I mean, I probably won't delete them. I just don't want them, I want to leave them attached. All right, so how, that might actually be about right. So let's see, how wide is a track around? All right, how about how wide is an Olympic track? "303 feet." So, wait, what? No. That's not right. No, just the straight. Or single bar side. Standard lane is 4, number of lanes 8 or 9, total width of the straightaway 8, so about 32 feet, so about 10 yards. I guess that's about right. Wow, they're 10 yards wide. I never realized how wide they were. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's see where we are. I'm I'm only going to be around for about another, well, maybe about another 5 minutes. I got to. My wife and I are going to go out for a bit. We're going to go eat lunch, and then we're going to um, go see a movie. Then we got to go pick up her car, which is in the shop getting fixed. And then I got it. It still does not have this curve. There it is, still microscopic. It did nothing to fix the curve. Nothing. Look at that curve. That curve is like that big compared to these guys, which are way out here. What the heck, man? Why can't you get this curve right? I don't even know. So that might be about right for the 10 yards, but it still can't get the curve right. Nope. Curve is still micro. No change at all. Anyway, yeah, it's 12:37. I should probably go get myself ready to go places. I'm wearing track pants right now. I mean, I guess they're kind of sort of okay to go out, and they're comfortable for sure, and they don't look terrible. But I don't know. I'm not a big fan of wearing sweats and stuff when I go out. But yeah, there's something. It's something. It can't seem to make it bigger. I know how to make it bigger, but I don't know how to make it wider. That's the problem. So it's why does it think of the ground as such a massive scale? The ground is not that massive of a scale, but whatever. All right, let's give it one more go and then see if I can adjust it manually. Let's talk about these. All right. Getting these errors. But are we still microscopic tiny here? I think we are. Yeah. Not even close, my friend. You're not making any progress. Yeah, well, that's what we're doing. All right. So it's Yeah, we'll see if that's the case. I'm going to try this only because it said it fixed that error, and I'm wondering if it fixed the error, maybe that has something to do with why it's not changing its size, because like it's not getting regenerated properly. So I'm going to see if it fixed this. Maybe that's the problem. What if I delete this? I'll just delete it manually. I'll just generate track. Then we'll go here. A left curve. Nope, still there. Okay, well, we haven't solved this one. But like I said, I know how to change this guy. Because if I like change the scale on him to a 1 even, it gets way bigger. See? Way, 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 way bigger. It's not as big as it needs to be, but it is way bigger. And then if I change this to 1, it goes nuts. But if I go to like 0.01, let's go 0.1. That's closer, but let's go 5. Nope, too much. 4, 3, 2. 2 is pretty good. So then I have to change this scale out to, I don't know, 2? It's too much. So 1.8. That's closer. It's almost the right place. 0.9. Huh? 9. Nope. 7. 5. So that puts it really, really, really close. I'm still a little hard on the arch here, so if I was to go maybe 3, 3 is pretty good. So that kind of gets me a decent track position. And then if I set my Y to 0, that puts me kind of in the center where I'm supposed to be. So, oh, well, that puts it at 50. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know how 50 yard line to there equals a -2. Scaling is so weird. But you can see it's still too narrow. But it's closer-ish. Now I got to do both sides. If I want to fix this manually, I got to figure out how to get the width in here. See if I still can bring this up somehow. Negative, no, 5, 6, 7, 0. I don't know how to get this up. 5, nope, 0. What if I change the mesh? Bring that one up. 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. I don't know. It doesn't want to rise high enough to be. Doesn't want to rise high enough to be visible. If we are running into some Z condition, I don't know what it is. But I got to play with this later. Till next time. God bless.